Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me. I just tried to say that right before this one, and it sounded like I was in puberty and my voice was changing, so I redid it for you. But anyway, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me. I had somebody who told me the other day to please slow down talking, that I talked way too fast. I have never been told that before in my life because I am a southerner and usually we don't talk fast at all. We have a very slow talking. But anyway, I'll try to make sure that I don't talk too fast. I don't have too much caffeine in me today, so maybe I won't. We're going to finish this little journal up today, or finish it up mostly. I may have to do a few odds and ends here and there, but this is the one that we did with the E-Club kit. And we did the hinged pages. So I'm going to make a tag to go in here. And this is just a scrap piece of the paper, and I thought that would work pretty good. I want to cut it down, I think, because I don't want to cover up my butterflies. So I think I'll cut it down a little bit. I can use that strip for something else. Okay, there we go. Maybe that will work better. Oh yeah, that's just right. Now, this is the back of the paper pad. And you know me, you know that I use every piece of the paper pad that I can totally get my hands on. So I use the back, I use the front, I use everything. I use the scraps. I punch little pieces out of the extra things that I have left, so there's usually not very many scraps, and that's good. I don't like to have a ton of scraps left because, as you know, we all have scraps everywhere. Let me get a towel. It's the only thing I didn't get is a towel. So let's see. Oops, I think I actually glued that down on a piece of plastic. Let's see. Cut that off. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I may cover the back of it with something else anyway, so I'm not going to be too concerned about that. I can put some tea-dyed paper, coffee-dyed paper, something over the back. So, not to worry. That just makes a nice, strong tag. See, this is what I was talking about. I had left on there is this little piece here. It's a little piece of plastic. And see if I can get it up easy. If I can't, I'll just cover it. Okay, that come off. Now, we'll probably go ahead and put some coffee dyed paper on the back anyway. And that's okie smoky dokey. Let's put a piece of this. I've got to have more of this paper, Veronica. She's like, yeah, order it then. Now, I have got a bunch in my cart. I'm just trying to make sure I don't need anything else before I hit that purchase button. I need more dyed paper. I use it like crazy, so I'm running out. And it's really too cold around here. I don't have a good place to dye on the inside. So it's really too cold for us to dye a lot of paper. Because we dye outside, because when we dye a bunch at one time. And it's just too cool here to do that. So, I've just been purchasing my paper. I would love to have one of those huge sinks in my house like a lot of people do, and I would just dye mine in the sink. But I don't. I have a very old house, so it doesn't have any of the new modern day stuff. Alright, and then we're going to use our little tag template. And I know I could get a tub or I know I could get some different things to dye in the house, but like I said, we really don't have a good spot, and I don't have a really good spot to lay a lot of it out. I could lay a few pages out, but you know, when I get started, I don't want to stop with just a few pages. Okay, so there's our coffee dot on the back. This is on the front. Let's see. I think I will just go ahead and use our regular distress ink. I've used a little of both. I've used the one that came with the collection, which is smoky gray. And these, we have a few of these up in the shop. I put those up yesterday. That smoky gray is beautiful. Now, just keep in mind, it takes it a little bit longer to dry than it does regular distress ink, because that is a pigment ink. And it kind of sits on the top of your paper for a little bit. But if you have the time, you can put that on there and just let it dry. Okay. Now, I want something on the front. And I've got all of these little die cuts here that I want to use up. Or I want to use a lot of them. Not necessarily want to use up, but I do want to use a lot of them. Because they're just sitting here in my stash. Oop, that don't look right, Edith. Let's see. What about the butterfly coming into the flower like that? And then we can put a label on there. I think that's what we'll do. Again, I'm going to ink this up. I don't want that stark white so much. So I'm just putting a little bit of ink around it. You know, I haven't had any Brooklyn stories lately. I haven't even seen that child since Christmas. I think they're really busy with school and everything right now, so I haven't seen them, so I haven't had any Brooklyn stories to tell you guys. I know I had a couple of people the other day that said, man, I'm missing your Brooklyn stories. I miss them too, believe it or not, because she keeps me on my toes when she's around. So I miss that young'un. I miss all of my grandkids, but I see Melina's a lot more than I do Alicia's, because you know Melina works here. So let's see. I'm just making sure what this has on there. This is Jane Austen, so I don't think it's going to have any ugly words. We're going to hope not anyway. So as soon as I can get more Brooklyn stories, I will definitely share them with y'all. I don't even have any good stories of anything to share lately, because since Christmas, everybody's just kind of been busy getting back into their normal routines, and it's been kind of crazy around here. So, you know, end of year stuff and inventories and all of that kind of mess, and so we really don't have a lot to share of things happening. Oh yeah, I like that with that book page down there. But we'll get some stories soon, I promise. Cute. Okay, now I want a label on there, so let's see. Let's do this one that says forever. It's right there on the bottom. These are from the Journal Boat. B-O-A-T, the Journal Boat. I purchased these sometime last year from her. She has some beautiful papers. I've got my eye on a collection right now that I may end up getting before too long. I've got to get some of these journals finished that I've already got going, though. I've got a ton of them going, so I've got to get them finished. And this is a little pouch that one of you guys sewed for me and sent to me. And I've asked a couple of times on videos if any of you know how to do this, or if you're the one that made this for me. If anybody can make these, please let me know. I would love to purchase some. I would like to have some with a zipper this way so that it can be a bigger pouch. I could probably figure out how it's made, but I just don't have the time. But if you can do these, or if you know someone who does, I will be happy to purchase some. I love pouches like that. They're good for all kinds of things. Okay, now I want to punch a tab to go on the top. And I'm just going to punch one out of some of my scrap paper. I could go to my stash, but it would, I would probably be looking through there for a little while, so I'm just going to grab one out of my stash. Let's see. What about this one? This is pretty busy, but I think that'll look good on there. And no, I'm sorry, I don't have a clue where you can get one of these punches. It's an old Stamp It Up punch. What happened to my... There it is. Many years ago, it was popular with Stamp It Up. They discontinued it. Why, I'll never know, because it was one of their most popular punches. And they haven't brought it back. So... I don't have a clue. I know some people have found them on eBay or places like that. I'm thinking they probably pay a fortune for them because people have found out that they're very popular, so they are starting to overcharge for them. I wouldn't pay $80 for one. I just would not. But I've seen them go for $150 even. That's just too much. Okay, there is our tag. That. So let me put that in there, and it's nice and thick, so we've got lots of room to journal on the back of it. It's going to hold up well. And then I don't think I'm going to do anything to this page. I think I'm going to leave it just like it is. This page I wanted to put a pocket on. I think that's what I had in my mind. Pocket. And I thought about bringing this is a scrap, and I thought about bringing this in to kind of coordinate with that. So let's go ahead and cut this one. And I'm not going to go over where we join the paper, so I'm just going to cut mine off right there at that edge. So that will go down there. We'll go ahead and punch our pull in the top and then ink around it. So we have a huge list. I don't know, everybody probably does this at this time of year. We have this huge list of projects that we want to get done around the house for this spring and summer. And my husband said he was just going to leave town. He said, I think I need to take a vacation for about 3 months. But, you know, you just can't find anybody to do the projects. You can't find anybody to work. We have contacted 2 or 3 people, and they say they'll come out and take a look, and they don't. They don't show. It's like a no-show. So, I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to get the projects done or not. It's aggravating when people don't want to work. That's for sure. All right, I think on this one, I am going to trim around and cut that white off. I normally don't take the time to do that. I just ink it. But for some reason, I just feel like I want to on this one. So I'm going to trim these real quick. And then, okay, that didn't take long. Now I'm just going to touch the tips. Just for anything that I missed with my blending tool here. Or ink tool. And then we'll put these down. And this again is from the ephemera that was in the E-Club kit for January. And let's see, looks like we have 1 E-Club kit left, and that's it. They're all gone. They don't last long when we have a few extra. And sometimes we don't even have any extras. Sometimes, you know, they all ship out just as fast as... Because, you know, people sign up. A lot of people sign up and they ship out real quick. But this month, we actually had just a few left. Okay, that's all I'm going to do there, except put a card in. Now, I pulled just some cards out of my stash. I don't know if any of these will work. No, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Let's look at some of these other ones. I've just pulled some different pieces of ephemera out that I thought maybe would work in here. These are some tags that one of you guys actually sent my way. That one might go a little better. We might put, yeah, let's do that one maybe. Oh, wait a minute. This one. This one has some little branches on it and some birds. Let's do that one there, and then we'll use some of those other ones elsewhere. Now, what do we want to put on this one? I have pulled out some of my little pieces of book page here, and this is Loft Book Collection Series Letter Memory. These are some that we get from our supplier that's overseas, and I use these all the time. Every time we get them in, and we have more of these coming in, but every time we get them in, they're gone in just like a day. And we buy as many as we can, but they seem to just fly off the shelf. So as soon as we get more in, if you see them in the shop, make sure if you want some that you grab them then, because they do not last long. And they're a really good quality paper. I might just bring that piece up through there. I know I've got branches, and I know I'm covering up some little birds and things, but sometimes you have to do that. I want my page decorated, so I'm gonna cover up a few things, but I want my tag decorated, not my page. And see how well those ink? They ink so good. I don't know what kind of paper this is that they use, but it is very good, and it grabs ink real well. And this one is already stitched around. Ooh, isn't that nice? And if possible, I like to use what's in my stash, and that way, you know, you're using up some of the things that you have and not having to make more. And it's not always possible, but it's a lot of times I've got plenty of things in my stash that I can use. There we go. And see, we still got the birds up there. And I'm just going to ink on this one and not trim it, because that would take me all day, I think. It's got a lot of white in it, so I'm just going to ink that white up. I have enjoyed making this little journal. I think I'll make more like this. I've got 8x8 paper, and you know, for a long time I didn't really have a clue what I wanted to do with it, because it's kind of hard to use 8x8 paper in a journal and keep it the right way up. So I think this would be a good idea to do this. Now, we want a little label right here. So, trying to remember, I had pulled out, there they are, pulled out a little box of labels here. Let's do this number right there. Yeah, that'll work. These we also had in the shop, and, you know, they didn't last long. Thankfully, and I'm very thankful for you guys. You guys buy us out real fast, and I'm so thankful for what you do. You'll never know how much we appreciate that, because, like I said, this is my family and Melina's family's livelihood. My husband can't work, hadn't been able to work since 2005 when he had all of his health problems, his open heart surgery, kidney failure, all of that. So he has been disabled since then. He helps us out a little bit in the shop, but as far as working, a public job, he hasn't been able to since then. So this is our livelihood, and we appreciate you guys helping us out so much by making your purchases, no matter how big or how small. They're very well appreciated, because this business is supporting 2 families. Cute. I like that. And that's going to go right there. I like that tag. That is neat. Now, let's see. Do we want to put anything here? I don't know. I'm going to leave that for now. On this pocket, or this page, I thought about putting just a little side tuck like that, just to break this up a little bit. I thought that might be what I do, because I don't really want to put a pocket across it, because we've got quite a few pockets going. But maybe I'll just Put a little side tuck. This is one of the cards from the paper collection. And we're just going to glue down through here. And then I pulled out a few of my larger pieces of ephemera today. And I saw that piece and I thought that might work well behind there. It does have a little pink pastel looking flower on that, but I think that will be fine. It's not a problem. And it's got a good space to write on the back. So we're just going to tuck that in like that. Okay. And then I think I'll leave, well, will I leave that page? I have this that we made in a video a while ago. It's a little flip out with a little notebook in here. And I want to put it on a page, but I don't think I want to put it on that page. This page, I want to cover up the book page somewhat, not necessarily totally cover it up, but I have this piece of vellum that I started working on the other day, and I ended up not finishing it because it wasn't turning out like I wanted. So I'm thinking about just gluing that down here, making a pocket that goes this way. You'll still be able to see the book page through, but we'll have a pocket there. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this piece of vellum. And this is just some of the vellum that we sell in our store. Our store is always linked below the video. Alright, I'm going to ink it up a little bit. And I'm not going to worry that it's got those little folds on the side. That's fine with me. Okay. Now we're going to get our Barely Arts glue because this glue does not warp the vellum. We're going to put Barely Arts down. This also ships year-round, so if you're looking for a glue that works like art glitter glue, but you can't get art glitter glue right now, you can get the Barely Arts. It ships year-round. It doesn't freeze, and if it does, it thaws right out with no issues, no lumps, no running, nothing. Now when you put the Barely Arts down, you need to just press it into your paper really well, and you won't have any glue showing on the top side. See that? You can't even tell where I glued it down. You can see the other glue line that was on the other piece, but you can't tell where I glued that one down. Alright, so what are we going to put on this one? I want to put kind of a tall flower, I think. I don't even know if I have any more tall flowers. Let's see. Let's look in the Tim Holtz, and this is the little ephemera folder that I made the other day. Look in the Tim Holtz and just see if I have one that's a lot green, but that's tall. I love how wide I can get these open without them tearing. Don't know. They're all kind of bright. I thought I had one that just had yellow on it. Let's see. That's kind of pretty. There's not any of that color in here, but all right, let's see. You don't have to clip these together. I just clip them because I just want it to hold my stuff in there if I accidentally turn it the wrong way. All right, I'm going to put this one back in. This one, I think, is what is going to go. These are from the, let me think a minute. This is from the wallpaper, Tim Holtz wallpaper collection. And I think that looks good. We might put a piece of that down there too. Okay, I'll put that over there. So just a tiny bit of ink, not much, because this doesn't have white around it. I'm going to go ahead, whoops, I got to punch out the pieces that are not punched out. And I'm going to use my Barely Arts to glue this down. Okay, let's put this right there. I love how this kind of thing looks on vellum. Okay, and then I think I might go right across the bottom with this piece. And this is out of that wallpaper collection too. This is just a little piece of, I guess, border. The wallpaper collection comes with the wallpaper, the pieces of wallpaper, and it also comes with flowers. So cute, like that. And then we've got a nice pocket that we can put things in there. Now on this side, I really wanted to cover up a lot of this book page. And this is one of the pieces that we made in our video the other night where I think it was Melina's challenge where you stamp and make ephemera. So we made this. And what I think I'm going to do on this is put it down, and then I'm going to leave this side open and let it be a tuck. I think that's what I'm going to do. So that, yeah. So I am going to glue it 2 sides, or 3 sides, sorry. There we go. And now we have a side tuck pocket here that, let's grab something that you could tuck, you know, a tag in or a little booklet in or something like that. We could tuck that little booklet in there, but I'm thinking I might put this booklet behind the, I've got a belly band, and I think I might put that booklet behind the belly band. Now, I think I'm going to put one of these butterflies on here. I think I'll put this one. These came in the kit as well, and I just want to make it look like it's going right to that flower there. Getting a good old bite. Alright, we're going to skip that page. We need a tag here. So let's look through these tags again. See what we got. Well, we could decorate that one up, most definitely. Ooh, this one, I think. Let me look at it. Yes, for some reason I like how that looks with this. So let's do this one. Now, I don't think I'll do a lot of decorating on this one because look, it's collaged. So I think we might just put, we may put a little branch on it, just a tiny one, and then ink around it and put a label and let that be it. Let's just decide on a little tiny branch, maybe. And I don't think any of this will even show. Maybe that would show. We'll just stick this little branch on there, and I'm just going to ink that white up a little bit. Keep it from being so stark. And just to keep that little branch from looking like it's floating in the air, doesn't have anything to attach to, I'm going to put just this little scrap piece of that paper down that I was telling you. Right on the bottom. And it's just got some numbers on it, and that'll just cover the bottom of that little branch. And then we just need a little label, I think. I don't know, it's got some writing here. Let's put a tab on it and see if that works. Let's go ahead and look in here. I had some things that I stamped for the ephemera challenge, and I might have something in here that'll work. Let's see about that. I don't know if that'll be too dark or not. I just stamped this on some of that paper that I told you guys I like to use, that we use behind, that we use on the back of our tags and things. The the drawing paper that I get off of Amazon. And yes, I still do have those little kits that I need to get up, but I have a lot of days I have been here working by myself, so I haven't had a chance to get those going yet, but I will. I've got all the items, I just need to get time to get them put down. What do we think? I think that kind of goes with that, so we're going to put it down. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just going to put it right there. Just press it in so it looks more like the actual page. And then we'll put this little guy at the top. That's kind of a little tab for that, but it's going to work. It'll work. There we go. We got that in there. So then, I don't know what I had this stuck in here for. Don't have a clue. Okay, we'll lay that aside. I think I'm going to put, this is going to have to go on this side. It's a little flip out booklet, or flip out with a notebook in there. So I think I'm going to have to put it over here. So let's go ahead and put some glue on this. And all of these items that I have made, which most of these are things I've made, I have videos on somewhere back in the thing. You'll just have to search. I can't track down and link videos. That would take me all day because I have to search them just like you do, because there's over 2,000 videos out there, so I would just have to search. So you can probably put in a little flip out with a notebook, and see, this has got a little pocket here and a pocket here, and then it's got a pocket here, and then on this side it's got journaling spaces. So I like that there. All right, let's see, there's the center. We've got a pocket here that we need a tag for. Let's see, here's that looks like a Tim Holtz. Oh, that would go. That's about the right color too. And I don't know that we'll do very much to this tag. I like the paper. We've got writing on it. I don't know, I think I might just put it down in there. We'll try to find a little tab for it. That one will work. All right, there we go. That one on. I love the feel of that paper and the crinkle. We've got this pocket that we also made in a video, and it's got two pockets that are sideways like this. Now I want to put something on this page to break it up, but I don't know if it'll be this pocket or not. Let's see. I don't really feel like that pocket goes, to tell you the truth. So let me think about that one for a while. Here is our little belly band, and I want to put this little journal. It's just a little mini journal. I want to put that in there. I thought here we would put this flower down, and then we could tuck a few things under there. Thought that's what we would do on this one. I'll just cover part of that book page up and have another little tuck spot for journaling cards. We'll make a journaling card to go behind it. And this is just out of that book that we used, I think, yesterday in the video. I showed you the book, and I linked it below yesterday's video if you want to take a look. All right, I'm going to put it just like that. Oh, look, I glued it all the way down. Did you see me? Was you yelling at me? Don't put glue on this side. Well, it's done, so that's fine. Not gonna worry about it. It's okay. We could put, let's see, let me think about it. I'll think about how I want to do that. I may still come back and be able to put something there, or we can just do a little pocket here, a little side pocket. This is a piece of, I don't know where this came from. I've had it for a while in my stash. And I thought, since this one is mostly just greenery and butterflies, we could use that on there and just have it as a side tuck like that and put some things in there. That's what I get for talking and trying to do things. I have my mind on talking. I mess up. Oh well, it's nothing that can't be fixed. Now on this one, I may just tuck, let's see, I have this little guy. We could just tuck that back there. Since this doesn't really have any green on it other than this, tuck that back there so that that will have some green. And I need to glue this down a little bit better. Got a little piece there that's not wanting to stick. I may have to come back and put a little piece of washi down through there. That's right in that fold, and it's just not wanting to do what it needs to do. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that there. And then I might take just one of these and tuck behind it. See how that looks? Nope, don't want one of those behind it. I'll probably put another tag behind that. I'll just wait and do it. Now, I've got 2 more pages. This, I really thought I wanted in here, but I don't know. I might put it here, cover up some of this, and it'll pull this brown over to this side. I've got my greenery, so that matches. And this one, I think I'll just glue on 3 sides. Have another spot for another tuck in behind. And you could leave this side open if you want. So you can tuck here, here, and then at the top, make a tag and tuck there. So let's see what tags that we might still have left that we could put in there. This one. Oh, that would work. Let's do that one. This one is not stitched around, so we'll do a little extra inking on it. And it's light enough on the back that you can write on it, so we don't need to cover it with anything. And let's see, I'm not real sure if it even needs any greenery or anything on the bottom. Well, that's kind of pretty. We can put that on there. I really like using my ephemera that I get with the kit, if at all possible. Sometimes you just can't put it all in a journal, but I like using as much as I possibly can. And then that way you don't have so much just left over laying around. Trying to figure out how to use it next time. There we go. And again, I think I'm going to put just a little piece of book page at the bottom, just to cover that stem there. And that actually says Southern. All right. It's got plenty of words on it, so we don't need a word. Let's look for a tag topper. That's a possibility, but I'm not crazy about it. I may have to punch one because I'm not finding. I've got another green one that's a small one that would probably work. Oh, that one would work. Let's do that one. It's a small one too, but that's okay. They don't have to all be big, do they? This is a little round top one. And it's actually got a butterfly on the opposite side of it, a partial butterfly. I think we'll put that partial butterfly to the front. He's the same color of the butterflies on that. So there's that. I like that. And then we need 2 small tags here, and I may just have to make them when I finish because all these tags are way too big. I'll have to look up some smaller ones to put here. And then, let's see, do we want to put anything on that page? Okay, I'm going to take this piece of scrap paper and I'm going to put it right here to make a pocket since this page is so busy, and I know you can't journal on that. Want your little pull. Okay. Then I thought about just putting this, since we've got the white flowers up there. Put those there. Just going to tip the edges in brown, just so that it'll give it a little bit of dimension. You're not always distressing when you use ink. Sometimes you're just making it where that piece will stand out. So we need to trim it off. Well, I can't even pick it up. I'm going to trim it off right there. So we'll put that right there. Do I want a piece of book page behind it? Yeah, let's just put that piece. And yes, my words are running sideways, but that doesn't bother me. They don't have to be running the right way up. And over here, we might need a little butterfly. Where is our little butterfly? Don't know if, yeah, we have one more in here, and it's actually a light color, so I think that would work. Let's put that down. And I'm just going to cover that white up around the edges. I just don't like the white, and I don't want to take time right now to trim it. There we go. Got that. And then I just had this little piece of coffee dyed paper left, and I thought that's a good journaling spot right there, so I just made that to go down in there. And I don't think, I may just put a little butterfly on the top of that and let that be it. I really don't want to cover him. Let's use this one that has a little bit of blue in it. And we'll just put that one right there. So there we go. Now, that is our last page. And I don't think I'm going to put a pocket on the back on this one. We've got lots of pockets. I still need to make tags for that. This, I think I'm just going to leave all of that for journaling. And I will make another tag to go behind here. As a matter of fact, we might have one. I could probably just do that. And I'll decorate that up later. And we'll just put that one behind there. Don't think I have one that's black and white. I don't know, this one might look better. You know, I think that one does look better. It's got the black and white. Okay, and then here, you can actually journal on this, or you could just, you know, glue another piece of paper down through here to journal on. If you use a blue pen or a different color pen, even a dark black pen, you can journal on that with no problem. But if it gets to the point where you feel like you can't, just glue you a piece of coffee dyed paper down through there. I've done that before, and it works fine. We've got our little book here. This has all kinds of journaling spaces in there, and I'm going to leave him attached like that. Yeah, okay. This side, I really wanted to put something else on because it's so busy that I really don't think you can do a lot with it. So let's see what we might do. We could do the checkered, since this is black, got a lot of black and white in it. We could do that checkered, or I think that's about all that would, well, we could do that, but that's even busy too, so I don't know, let's do a little piece of this checkered and just put a little pocket down here. Or maybe we do we want to do a side? We haven't put a side tuck on here, so let's just do that. I'm going to cut it right down through here. I'll just put a side tuck on it. And we'll glue that there. I think I'll run a little piece of lace down through here and have a nice little tuck there. And I will add more lace to the journal. I'll take some photos after I add the lace so that you can see what it looks like. This paper is just so pretty. And I did put up the last one that we had of these paper pads. I put it up yesterday, but I saw this morning that it is gone. Got that little pocket on there, and I'm thinking we need a little greenery at the bottom, don't you? Since we've got greenery everywhere else. This is going to be a greenery. Well, you know, some people like greenery. Some people had rather have greenery going on. I think I like that one better, though. I don't know. I like the greenery. That feels like it should have a flower up there. But it doesn't. So let's see if we added a flower, what it would look like. No, it would look weird. So let's just put this one down. But yeah, this will be a more neutral book that you could add all different things to, or neutral journal, I should say. that you can add different things to without having to worry about if they're going to match. And it's going to be like a nature journal, not just floral, but nature. Yes, I like that. And let's see what butterflies we have left. Let's see. So I'm not sure that we'll do a butterfly. Maybe just another little cluster at the top. I think I can do a cluster with just some of this old book page. And we'll put it that way across, and then we'll put down a piece of vellum. I think I get more ink on my fingers than I do on the paper. Piece of vellum. I'm going to turn that a little bit. And then bring our little butterfly in there. That'll work. Whoops. I picked that butterfly right up with my little towel. There we go. So now we have a little cluster up here. And then this down here. Here's our side tuck. And let me get some trim to go right down through there. I'll put some of this little braided trim down the bottom. Okay, I like that. Then we can tuck just whatever in there. There's a little journaling card that we can tuck in there. That the brown kind of goes over here, and it's just leaves. And I'll decorate that up later. This one we're finished. That's the center. This one we've got that little flip out. It's a double flip. And then here we've got a side tuck. Here we have a side tuck. I was trying to get the top open. Let's see, those tags are too big. What about this tag? That one would go, but I want to make a larger journaling card. And I think I might take a piece of this and make a journaling card out of it to tuck in there. I'll put something on the back to make that a little bit stronger. And I'll put that back there. So I'm going to leave it hanging out like that so I'll know what I'm doing. And then over here we have this big pocket, and we can put a nice big journaling card in there. And see if I had any paper. This paper you can actually write on the back of this. So I may use that. I don't know. Or we might use that behind there. I don't know. We'll make a journaling card for that. I'll make that off screen. You don't have to see me do that because you know how to make journaling cards. Here, I like that. Wondered if I wanted a little butterfly anywhere on there. We could put one up there. And I'm going to leave the edges of this one white because we're putting it on white and black polka dot. So the white will actually go with this one. Oops, that's my trim. I don't need to be using that to mop up glue. There we go. And then that page like that. That one there. Like that. Okay, I'm thinking that is all that we're going to do in this video. And I will go ahead and make the other tags and put some trim on the edges. And make the ephemera cards. And this little journal will be finished. And there's the back, how we used our scraps to cover the back. I love that. Love it. It's cute. It's got just enough of everything in it. Lots of journaling space. So I like that a lot. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you are working on your AJ, on your E-Club Kit journal or whatever project that you have decided to make, make sure that you go over to our Facebook page. That is linked below the video. Go over and ask to join, and one of our admins will add you, and show us your projects that you make with some of the kits that you get. We would love to see them. Everybody loves getting ideas from someone else. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.